What's up, everybody? Evan Yun here with week 6 of Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2. And this week, I think we got some easier challenges. I did, unfortunately, had some trouble because a lot of people were landing where I was landing, but it wasn't that bad as other weeks. You know, if you don't mess up, it's possible to do all the weekly challenges where I'm going. I think almost all of them. Once again, I'm not gonna cover the resistance challenges and the Omni chips alongside the other challenges. I'm gonna cover them separately because the Omni chips are far away, and the resistance challenges, once again, you have to do one by one. You have to do one to unlock the next one, so it's kind of pointless. But the Omni chips are close to the resistance challenges, so I'm actually going to tell you when they are close and actually show you the map. But for the most part, the weekly challenges, we're going to do them on Command Cavern. So let's start. So here at Command Cavern, we need a pistol, the Striker burst rifle, and we're going to go down to find some NPCs, either IO guards or the boss. So here at the boss, I'm gonna shoot him 4 times with the burst rifle. That is one challenge. You have to shoot him 4 times without unscoping, so it's not that hard because he just stands there. Now with the pistol, we need to do 100 damage with 1 bullet. It doesn't have to be a pistol, it can be a sniper rifle, but there we gotta do a challenge with a pistol later, so we're doing it with a pistol. I'm actually using the revolver. I don't think the regular pistol will give you 100 damage, and the gray revolver gives me 108 damage, so it's enough to make this work. And we do it against the boss as well because he has a lot of health. Now we're going to go outside of Command Cavern with the pistol. This was a different match, but you know, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are doing a challenge with a tank, so you can take advantage of this to do the challenge of getting 200 damage against the tank. And as you can see here, I'm doing only 30 damage. I don't know if I'm closer to the tank, I'll do more damage with this pistol, but I just need to hit them 7 times in this case, and I need to be crouched as well to do the challenge. Now we're going to get a jetpack. We should have gotten a jetpack at first. We're going to do the challenge of doing 150 damage while falling. So I use the jetpack here. When you jump and ADS a weapon, you're going to use the jetpack automatically, and that counts for the challenge. It seems to count for the challenge, or if it doesn't count, maybe try using the jetpack and let it go and then shoot the guy. We need to do 200 damage. Once again, I do it against IO guards to make it easy. 150 damage. Now for the actual tank challenge, we need to do it as well. You probably should land at the tank because a lot of people are trying this. I'm doing this at the west side of Command Cavern because it's the easiest one to get a tank. We're going to get this tank and go to you have this hole with a vent and just run into it. And so as you can see here, I get it says 3 seconds. You need to get 3 seconds of air time. I get 1 second once. I try to run over the vent once again, but it doesn't count. I do a 3rd time, it doesn't count. So I imagine it's bugged right now. What I did do is there's an alternative way to do this. I land on the fortress. There's a tank there as well, and we run into the jump pad. Now we gotta be careful because the jump pad we're gonna get destroyed, so we can only do 1 time here anyway. And then for the 3rd time, I did it once again the same spot as the first time in a different match, obviously on Team Rumble actually. So I don't know what was the problem the first time, why it didn't work in the same match. I think it is bugged. So now we're going once again at Command Cavern at the little building between the airship and the mountain. At the Command Cavern, there is a kitchen where there should be some produce boxes. We need to find some lettuce, and we're going to go to the top of Command Cavern and throw the lettuce as far away as possible. We need to throw it at 100 meters. I'm able to get it here at 120. That's another challenge. Now for the last challenge, I did this on Team Rumble because we need to build. I'm sure there's a structure out there that you can do this, but you know, it's a simple build. On Team Rumble, you start with materials to do this. You just need 4 walls, and it's basically a cross. And what you need to do is you need to mantle each wall really quickly. So you need to mantle 5 times in 5 seconds. It's the challenge. So you go around each wall, and without touching the ground, you're gonna mantle each one the way I'm doing it. And that is it for these week's challenges. You know, the most effective way of doing this. Now I'm gonna cover each challenge separately. If you wanna see the time codes, they are in the description. mission. We're gonna first do the almond chips. So there are 3 almond chips at Crispy Crater. And by the way, you can combine this with a resistance quest, which starts at Synapse Station. So once you do that challenge, you can also get this almond chips. We got 3 almond chips at 7 Outpost 2. There's another resistance challenge near here, so you can combine those as well. And lastly, we got 3 almond chips at Tumbletown Temple. Once again, there's another resistance challenge that depending on how you do it, you're probably gonna pass through here, so you can combine those as well. So now for the actual resistance challenges or quests, we got a device uplink near Loot Lake.
This will not come as a surprise, but IO management loves Doomsday machines. Loves them. There's even a Doomsday division at HQ. Oh man, their softball team is awful, but they will one day destroy us all, so kind of a wash. We have very credible intel that one of the IO's Doomsday devices is now in production. We need to find out everything we can while we still can. Hit the field. I'll prep the cameras.
And the actual challenge is set up recon cameras to get more info about the IO Doomsday device. So there you need to do 3 of them. So where I started this challenge, the device uplink, there's 1 up above me. And then from here, there are 2 more on the other side of the lake near Tilted Towers.
Yeah, well, this is the place. Once you're done, get moving. This is not the time to get caught. Seeing. Stay the course and be smart. Nicely done. Now get out of there. I have a very bad feeling that we are not ready for what we're gonna find out.
Now the next device uplink is near Synapse Station.
Use an Imagined Order access card for my top secret investigation. Why don't you borrow one from a guard and bring it to me?
So once again, after you get this device uplink, there are free Omni chips near this location. So if you want to go there right now, it's the easiest way, I guess. So the actual challenge is eliminate IO forces to steal IO credentials. So right now, the battle is happening at Rocky Reels, but it's probably not the best place to do this. At least not where I just tried here. Maybe you can land at the airship, down an IO guard, get the card, use the cannon, because we're going to get the card, we need to take the card somewhere in the same match. So what I did was actually at Command Cavern, I downed an IO guard, got the ship.
Now bring that card to me, and don't get eliminated on the way. It'd be really inconvenient for me. For both of us.
And now we need to deliver IO credentials to the Imagine near the Joneses. So what I do here from Command Cavern, I use the cannon at the airship, 2 tilted towers, I use the cannon there, then I use a car. And by the way, you can get the free Omni chips. There's free Omni chips near the Joneses you can get, and from here we get to the Joneses. But once again, you can try to do this at Rocky Reels. There are also IO guards at tilted towers and at the fortress if you want.
This will be really helpful for a mission that is literally none of your business. You did a good job. Just be cool about this, okay? No one else has to know.
So for the next device uplink, there are 3 possible locations: near Chunker Speedway, Logjam Lumberyard, or 7 Outpost Free. We are doing it at Logjam Lumberyard because once again there are the last 3 Omni chips we're going to combine doing these challenges and getting the Omni chips here. The device uplink is kind of south of those Omni chips and west of Logjam Lumberyard.
Sympathetic to the imagined order are losing faith in Sloan and her forces. They've offered to provide us with insider intel. I mean, we can't verify it, but we'll take what we can get. Retrieve their data packet from the dead drop marked on your map.
The actual challenge is secure insider intel from a dead drop. So the dead drop, as you can see here, is kind of close to us, thankfully.
Cross-reference this data with our existing recon database. Hopefully this intel is real. We'll need every advantage for the battle ahead.
And the next device uplink is near Command Cavern, the Fortress or Loot Lake. We're going to Command Cavern because it's easier to get there, but also because the next challenge is going to involve the Fortress and Loot Lake. So, instead of going back and forth, we start at Command Cavern.
Excellent news from the front. We're experiencing a swell of new Looper enlistment. With exponentially larger forces, we need to streamline our tactics to work effectively. Use these laser target designators to help our recruits focus fire.
The actual challenge is set up laser target designators to help loopers focus fire. And so we need, as you can see, there are 3 of them, and we need to actually get all 3 of them. So there's one near Command Cavern, north of Command Cavern. One is south of the fortress, basically at the fortress.
Target acquired.
And one is between Loot Lake and Coney Crossroads, kinda where we got one of the device uplink.
I have hope that this new Looper enthusiasm will help us win, if they remain loyal.
And that is it for the resistance challenges of this week. Now we're going for the actual weekly challenges, one by one in order. So first of all, we got deal 100 damage or more to an opponent with 1 bullet. So you can do this with a pistol or a sniper rifle. The actual pistol probably is not going to give enough damage with 1 bullet. So use the revolver that I'm going to actually use here. Fortnite actually tweeted this. The shotguns are not going to count because shotguns shoot various pellets, and each pellet is not going to do 100 damage. Combined, the pellets do the damage that you see, but the challenge wants you to do 1 damage, the 100 damage with a single bullet. So it's impossible for a shotgun to do 100 damage with a single bullet. So it has to be a revolver or a sniper rifle. Also, I believe there's the 6-shooter. I don't know if it does enough damage. There are other revolvers out there, I'm sure can possibly do 100 damage. So with this this revolver that I use, it's a gray one, and you have to headshot to do 100 damage. It does 108 damage. I do this against the boss at Command Cavern because he stands still in there even when you shoot him, so it's much easier to get the headshot. So yeah, it's very simple stuff. Next, we got deal damage to opponents while you are falling, 150 damage. So we're going to get a jetpack. So I get one here, but I've already shown you a bunch of locations at airships, and there's an airship at Command Cavern. So I tried just jumping and shooting the enemy. By the way, I did this against an IO guard at Command Cavern to make it easier. I don't know if it counts if you just jump and you shoot as you're falling, but also I just use the jetpack. When you jump and you ADS with the jetpack is gonna be used automatically, so that apparently counted. You know, if it doesn't count, just use the jetpack, let it go, and then you shoot so that you can get higher than just a regular jump. I used the drum shotgun here, but I think any shotgun should be the best to do this because the bloom is terrible on almost any gun. Next, we got get airtime in the tank. We need to do 3. You know what? I assumed that it was 3 seconds, but it doesn't say seconds here. It just says 3. Wait, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'm doing this with the tank at west of Command Cavern. Probably the best location to do this because we can go straight to the vent. I'm gonna call it a vent. I don't know what to call it, but you just drive to this vent, and that counts as 1 airtime. But as you can see here, I do it 3 times actually, and it only counts the first time I did it. So either the challenge is glitched, probably is glitched, or they actually want us to do this once a match, but I don't think that's the case. So the second time I did this, that's an alternative way to do this, was there at the fortress. There's a tank there. There should be a tank. You know, they don't always spawn there. And you drive into the jump pad, and you gotta be careful because as you can see, the jump pad gets destroyed, so you can only do it once. I can see a possibility that you can destroy the jump pad and you don't even bounce, you know, so I don't know, you kind of gotta be careful. But thankfully that counted as a second one. It was a different match. You know, I should have tried doing 2 in one match, but it was kind of hard because people were doing it everywhere. So I'm not sure if it is a different matches, the problem that is happening right now. Obviously the challenge doesn't say different matches, but it's clearly a glitch because the third time I do this is once again on the first place I did it, but I did it on Team Rumble. Not that it really matters, you know, but yeah. So other ways that you can do this, there's this tank spawn here east side of Command Cavern. There's another vent near that tank, but as you can see, it's kind of hard to get up there. I mean, you can try if you want, especially if the problem is they don't want you to do this on the same vent in the same match. I don't know. This make any sense. You can try doing it. And the last way that I could think of doing this is that the Daily Bugle, the tank should spawn here where I pan the camera and just drive the tank into one of the webs, you know, the ones that are close to the ground, obviously, and that should give you 1 airtime. And that is it. Hopefully they're going to fix or explain what's going on, if it is a different match thing or what is the deal, why it didn't count for it. Next, we got hit an opponent's tank with a pistol while crouched. We need to do 200 damage. I use a gray revolver here that does only 30 damage, at least from the distance that I am here. So I need to shoot it 7 times crouched. Remember, it has to be crouched. And right now, thankfully, you know, because of the other challenge, a lot of people are using tanks, so you should probably find someone using a tank, so you can do this pretty easily. Just need to find the revolver or a pistol. Imagine the pistol is gonna do even less damage. But if you don't find people, remember there are IO guards patrolling with a tank near Chonker Speedway, the Daily Bugle. I don't know if they came back to Coney Crossroads, and I don't know if they are at Rocky Rios, because Rocky Rios there's a battle happening, so I don't know, maybe they are there still. But yeah, next we got mental 5 times in 5 seconds. So we're doing this on Team Rumble. So we're going to build basically a cross or a plus sign, whatever, just 4 builds, and all you have to do is mental 1 wall, turn around to the second wall, and just go around in a circle as I'm doing here without touching the ground. Should be very easy. Next, we got throw cabbage 100 or more meters in 1 toss. So here we got 2 locations near the fortress where cabbages spawn. It's guaranteed that you're gonna find cabbages in there, but I wasn't sure if I could just toss them and get the 100 meters. I'm pretty sure I don't actually, because you're gonna see the way I do this here. The way I do this, I go to Command Cavern, the structure between the mountain at Command Cavern and the airship. There's a kitchen in there with produce boxes. Thankfully, thankfully I got one cabbage from those produce boxes, and I threw the cabbage from the top of Command Cavern and got 120 meters. So if doing that from that distance I got 120 meters, I imagine trying to do this at the bottom at the fortress there, I don't think it's gonna be possible. So even though it's guaranteed to have cabbage down there, maybe you can grab the cabbage and then go to Command Cavern and throw it. Also, you can try to grab a jetpack to get really high and throw it, but then again, jetpacks, I believe they should only be on airship. I don't think they are at the fortress. So anyway, you're gonna have to go to Command Cavern unless there's a way for you to get 100 meters at that location. You know, there is a mountain between Command Cavern and the fortress. Maybe that is an alternative as well. And the last challenge of the week, with a striker burst rifle, hit an opponent 4 times in a row without unscoping. So I do this at Command Cavern against the boss because he stands still even when you shoot him, or even Lyle guys should do that too. You know, I don't know if they mean hit all shots 4 times or if it hit 4 bullets. You know, actually looking at the footage, it looks like the second time I shoot him, it already counts. So I think it's actually 4 bullets, which means you need to just shoot him twice. Either way, just shoot 4 times. It's not that hard anyway, to make sure you guarantee this challenge. But yeah, that is it for this week's challenges. I feel like it's pretty easy stuff, you know. I wasn't that annoyed, at least. I did die a lot, but that's on me. As you can see, I did everything at Command Cavern except the resistance and the ownership. Yeah, really simple stuff, I feel like. But that is it, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, use code Avignon at Fortnite item shop, and I'll see you next week for more challenges. Goodbye.